Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Friends You Can Keep podcast. I want to start off with a PSA to everybody watching, everybody listening. And I get it. My stance on this is not dissimilar to some, but dissimilar to others. I've been getting many an ad for things on Instagram. Handmade goods.
Oh.
All for it. All for small businesses. As an artist myself, all for artists supporting other artists.
I just realized there's a ladder right there.
Yeah, I forgot. I meant to move it and I forgot. In both episodes.
I'm blocking
that we recorded. You're blocking most of it. It's fine. Who gives a shit? But, so one of them I even commented. One of them was for your metal hanger that I bought you for Christmas. Another one was for a pin board that is a wood frame, cork board, and then like a wood something in the middle. That was the first one I saw, was the pin board. Then I saw the champion hanger one. And the pin board one was 100% handcrafted, made in America, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking at this sponsored ad. And it looks like the Walt and Mickey thing in the middle is real.
Oh, no.
Frame on the outside's clearly real. Every pin on that picture is AI. The whole background is AI. And I commented and said, completely handmade and also AI slop. Hard pass. The guy responded to me. Oh, all my products are handmade, blah, blah, blah. I forget what he said. He said, like, oh, the only thing AI in this picture is the pins. And I was like, that's all well and good, but
why didn't you just use real pins?
You don't need to use AI.
Or put nothing.
I'm like, and I looked through his page. Because I looked through his page thinking, like, is this a legit thing? Or am I going to go on here and every picture is AI and this is a bullshit scam?
Yeah.
But there's other pictures that there's no AI. And I commented and said, like, I scrolled your page, dude. You've got tons of stuff that looks really good. Like, you didn't need to use AI at all.
No.
And then he responded again and said, like, something about he tried using the other stuff he's had on his page and it didn't have the engagement, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I finally just replied back and said, like, you don't have to sell me on anything. I'm just telling you, as someone who makes handmade goods, you shouldn't be using AI. And you don't need to use AI.
No.
Like,
no,
in my mind, I'm thinking, fuck the Instagram algorithm, because that's why your shit didn't do well. Because they're trying to push shit that has AI in it.
But the problem is, if I see
yeah,
a post
but they don't,
for products, I'm not going to buy it.
But they don't think that.
Because I don't trust that it's real.
But they don't think that. Instagram doesn't think that. All these billionaire people in America now don't think that. They think, oh, AI is the best. AI is the future. We should all be using AI all the time.
No thanks.
The champion hangers. Same thing. I got an ad for them. There's their hanger. And then you look at all the metals. Half the fucking ribbons at the bottom are melting into each other. All the letters are just gibberish fucking melted together nonsense because AI can't do letters or numbers in terms of that kind of shit. And again, I commented, like, real disappointed that I bought this for my wife and now you're throwing AI slop ads at me.
Oh,
like,
it's the exact one?
No, it wasn't the exact one I bought for you, but it's the exact company I bought from.
Oh.
I immediately unfollowed them. I'm like, I'm done. I don't give a fuck about your ad revenue or whatever. I don't give a shit. If you're someone who legitimately makes something with your hands in any artistic way, and then you're using AI to promote it, no. To me, you're not a real artist. That really makes me look down on you, and I'm sure that's real, like, hoity-toity up on my high horse. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it just makes me really weary that it's not real. that I'm never actually going to get this. I'm going to order it.
But again, my point is, even if I look at it and then I go like that pin board and then I go to your page and see like, oh no, you do have good looking stuff. It's all
But I would still be nervous that like, oh, but
no, because you can tell.
Your newer stuff is AI. So like, did you just put a bunch of fake photos and then now these new ones?
But I'm like, you know, again, as someone in the arts community, you are technically in the arts community as well. You should really be against AI. Because instead of AI doing things that AI could and should be doing, we're just using AI for art. So jobs like yours will be obsolete.
Right, or I can just...
Jobs like the one I wish I had will be obsolete.
Well, but the problem is they're going to make...
Because it's easier for people to just go on ChatGPT and...
They can't make the product. They can't build it for you. So, like, we're still gonna need you. So
ultimately, what's happening is, like the guy doing the pin boards, all he's doing is drawing that up and then putting it in a laser cutter, and the laser cutter cutting it.
Yeah.
So his job becomes obsolete because AI is just going to design that. He won't need to draw.
Yeah, but like AI can't send it to the printer.
No, but it can design it and send it to the printer, and then there's just some guy putting the wood in there.
I don't think it can print.
Yeah. No, but it can send it. The printer itself is printing.
I don't.
Yes, it can.
It's a weird thing because we have it at work,
can.
And like if
it's programmed to do so, it can.
I guess you have to have because ours it can't pull stuff from your computer.
Yeah.
You have to put it in, and then ours is really limited. It's also
one of those things of you're using this now for your ads. So now you've given your thing to AI. Yep. All AI is a plagiarism machine. So all this shit people are putting into it, it's just storing it. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing people don't talk about. You've got your dumb, my cutesy AI profile picture. Yep, and now AI just has your picture. They can use your likeness wherever the fuck it wants.
Well, what it's going to do, so you give it your, because people do, you ask it to draft something for you that has your personal information in it. Mm-hmm. When someone else asks for information, I ask it to draft a sample of something.
Yeah.
Using fictitious information. Mm-hmm. It could be using your name, address, date of birth, whatever. It could be exporting that. Not because AI is trying to sell your identity.
No.
It's just because it has it in its pool of information. It has learned that these things go together. So when you're trying, whatever, maybe you're trying to draft a will or something. You ask it to do something where you would need your information in there. Or even worse, you put your kid's shit in there. Mm-hmm. Put your kid's picture in there. Because people are asking AI to do some funky stuff.
People are putting everything in there. Because it's just easier to go on ChatGPT. I'm amazed Google isn't pissed about it. You're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Well, they have their little AI thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. You donate a lot of money to the Trump campaign. And there's Trump all about AI, pushing AI like it's nobody's business. And people are now not using Google. They're going right to ChatGPT. So you'd think...
I'm a diehard. The only thing I want to use it for is I want to tell it what I have in my fridge, and then I want it to tell me what to make for dinner. Isn't that incredible?
No.
No, these are the ingredients that I have. What can I make with this? When you just don't feel like going to the grocery store.
I know what you mean.
And you're like... Oh,
none of it's incredible.
I got all this. That's all I want to use it for.
None of it's incredible. None of it.
But I also don't trust that it's going to give me a real recipe.
No. It's going to give you a bunch of bullshit gobbledygook and it's going to taste like nonsense.
But it does have... I mean, you can also ask Google the same question.
Correct.
I do ask Google the same question. I still use Google.
I use DuckDuckGo.
I don't. I use
Because
Google.
DuckDuckGo does not have AI. You can choose to opt in for having AI stuff, but it's not like Google where I have to fucking put, what year did Casablanca come out? Minus AI.
No AI.
Like, it's horseshit.
Sometimes I have noticed if you leave the Google AI thing on, not that it's wrong, but that's not what I asked you.
Well, it's inaccurate or it's flat out wrong because again, it is just pulling other information. It's not giving you a factual answer. It's just pulling what other people have put on the internet.
With the Google one, it's giving you like...
Yeah, it can be pulling from fact-based things, but it's not...
It's giving you like a summary, basically, of the top Google response.
Yes, that's my point. Their AI isn't like... You're looking up the definition of a word. That AI isn't immediately like, oh, I pulled this from dictionary.com. It's, oh, I pulled this from dictionary.com and Wikipedia and Urban Dictionary and whatever, jumblefuckersbooks.org. Like, here's the top 5 things that came up. Here's my summation of it.
Well, if you use ChatGPT, you're going to get a lot more of that.
Yeah.
Versus, like, if you're using I think the Google AI one is at least, like, it's just pulling...
It's all shit.
From what Google's allowed. I told you that we have AI at work, and we're trying to use it. And now...
Nope.
Working at a law firm, it's like a trial run.
That'd be a hard line for me.
You don't have to use it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And it pisses me off more. You're seeing, like, we talked about him in the last episode. Josh Shapiro had a thing about, people are so concerned about the rising cost of energy and this and that, and we've made sure that PPL has signed an agreement that energy costs from possible data centers would be taken by the data centers. Those costs won't pass on to the taxpayers. And a lot of comments said the same thing I did. Or you could just not let fucking data centers be built in this state.
Yeah,
you do a lot of good shit as governor. Read the fucking room. No one wants them here. No one. I don't care if you're hard left, hard right, MAGA, Democrat, whatever you are. Nobody fucking wants data centers here. There's not a single person in this state that wants a data center here.
But the issue
they are nothing but a burden.
So our AI is extremely limited because I work at a law firm and we can't, obviously, it can't go out into the ether. So ours can only learn from itself. It can't go outside its own little bubble.
Yeah.
I have asked it to do things and its response is, I can't do that. Yeah. And I'm like, well, then you're useless to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean you can't do that?
Because you're only in this. Yeah,
but even if I would have let it go outside the bubble, because I'm not asking it to do...
Yeah, it probably could have.
No, I was like, can you look at this? I asked it to do like a summary, and I wanted it to... So I give it here's my template.
Yeah.
Can you take this set of records and summarize it using this template and then add it to this template in chronological order? So I want you to just add this into my pre-existing... Mm-hmm. Couldn't do it. And I think that even if I went outside, it would still... And maybe my question was too confusing for it.
Probably.
But I was like, what don't you understand here? Like, even the dumbest of dummy employees could have figured out what I'm asking it to do.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I'll just do it myself. Because you can't get it. And it did one, and it was really bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
It was really bad. It was so long. Because then I was just like, fine, just make me a chronology, and I'll add it in myself. Like, I'll combine them myself. Ugh. I'm like, no, I have to give you too many parameters. And it took longer for me to explain to you what I want. I also don't like that it's talking to you.
Yeah.
It weirds me out. Because it's basically like, hi, how are you? Mm-hmm. It doesn't say that. But, like, then you'll tell it to do something, and then it'll be like, I'd be happy to do that for you. And then it's like, is there anything else I can do? Were you satisfied with what I did? I'm like, ew, stop.
That makes me think, we've probably talked about it on the show before. There's nothing I'm more tired of. We talked about tipping last week. There's nothing I am more exhausted with than every single thing you do now asks you for a follow-up survey after you've done it.
Yeah.
Why? Every doctor I go to, every restaurant I go to, it feels like every fucking bathroom I've ever used.
Or
the second you walk out, bloop, bloop. Oh, how was your experience with us? Fuck off.
Yep.
You want to know how my experience was? See if I come back here in a month. Because if I don't come back here ever again, my experience was shit.
Well, it used to be like it would just be on the bottom of your receipt. Like
I go to my doctor once every 3 months or 6 months or whatever, depending on what's happening with me. And after every visit, oh, how was your visit with us today? You would know because I would stop coming here. Like, leave me alone. And then I ignore it, and they send me a reminder, and another reminder, and another reminder, and another reminder.
I get tons of them.
I'm like, fuck off. Not everything is a fucking performance-based review thing anymore from people on the outside. Be reviewed within your own company.
I guess because it's free.
I understand
so
that.
They used to...
But again, you'd also know. Because you know what I'm not doing? Having a shit... History has taught us. We all know what Yelp is. We all know what Rotten Tomatoes is. We all know what Google reviews are. Like TripAdvisor. All these things. If you had a real shit experience somewhere, you're going to know about it.
Yeah. Well...
So you don't need to send every single patient and customer a review. Because if there was a shit experience, you're going to know about it.
It's just... They're just trying to get their free...
Yeah, I get it. But like... I don't need one after every visit. And at a doctor's office, I don't need one, period. Stop it. Like...
Yeah. I don't know. What if you just started saying, like, I liked it a lot better here before you were a part of Jefferson?
I should... Maybe next time I get one, I'll do it. And then at the end, when it says, like, are there any other comments? I'd be like, yeah, I really like to not get asked to do a survey every time I come to see.
I'd also like Einstein to not be affiliated with Jefferson anymore.
Yeah.
You just really read them the riot act. Even though, like, you like your doctor, so, like, it's not you.
No, it's
your...
Healthcare in America is all horseshit. Moving on. What else do I have here? We talked last episode about the preparations in Pennsylvania for the 250th anniversary of America. Recently announced, the Mint will be making a commemorative coin with Trump on it for the 250th.
Okay, well...
A real weird pose of him with, like, both his fists on a desk with this real fucking angry look on his face. And I'm like, what's happening? He is also signing a bill that his signature will be added to... Initially, I saw... Did I write it down?
The Constitution?
No, initially I saw, like, the dollar or something. No, his name's going to be on all money.
Mm-mm.
He's signing a bill to put his name on all money.
Can't. I thought...
And I commented because the post said, like, for the 250th anniversary. And I thought, if it's for the 250th, shouldn't we be commemorating George Washington? Other presidents as well as him?
Right.
Any of the founding fathers? Not someone who is, even before he was president, has always been a skid mark on American history?
Well, maybe we're trying to go with, like, the first and the last. That's what he's trying to commemorate here.
Well, like everybody else is saying, you don't get your name on money or your picture on money until after you're dead. Are you trying to tell us something?
Well, I saw, like, there's... I don't wish ill on people this way, but, you know, the people who are like, oh, you know, like, any day now he's gonna
well, no one's
kick the
wishing,
big one.
I mean,
but
lots
they're
of
saying,
people.
So people are insinuating that his trip to Graceland felt an awful lot like a Make-A-Wish. So he went to Graceland and he signed a guitar and he did all this weird shit.
Well, Lots of
as
people,
a,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
less hurrah.
Can we talk about him asking one of the security guards, like, "Do you think I could beat Elvis in a fight? Do you think I would have been able to beat Elvis?" And the guy's like, "I don't know, maybe." I think he would have had enough respect to let you win.
I think he would have shot you with that little gun he took into the White House.
No.
He
Elvis,
was a veteran.
Elvis 100% would have been MAGA. Who the fuck are you kidding?
I don't know. I don't
100%.
have any clue.
And
Priscilla wouldn't have been.
well, Colonel,
She's still alive.
the Colonel would have been MAGA.
Right.
100%. He probably would have been a cabinet member at this
Yeah.
point. And therefore, Elvis would have also been MAGA. And then even if in this second term, he's like, "Oh, I don't like what's happening here." Publicly, he's not going to do that.
Right.
Publicly, he would never walk back something he did that was now very clearly wrong. It's funny because, like, we don't wish ill on people in that manner. Like, we're gossipy bitches. Like, we're that lame.
I would never.
But we're not that involved. There are many people who do wish him ill in that way.
I
will say,
I'd be willing to
don't.
say.
I will say we don't.
I think it's possible he's.
I will say that's my point. I was going to say we don't, but you can't really say we don't wish him ill. Period, because the man is ill. There's very visible signs that the man is fucking expiring.
Yeah, right. We're all
the ankles, the hands, the face.
Right. I'm not saying by any means, like, I hope this is what's happening.
I don't mean to laugh.
We're just observing.
I don't mean to laugh at people's mortality like this. I mean, if you're going to laugh at anything, it should be mortality, because we're all going to die.
Right.
But it's just
we're just
funny.
watching it in real time. I feel like we're watching someone's decline in real time.
It's funny that A, we're watching it in real time. B, I have noticed with so many of them, people talked for so long, like, oh, day one to the whatever the final day would be. I don't care to do that math in this second. But from day one to the last day, man, you can tell presidency is hard by looking at Barack Obama.
Woo! But that's also 8 years, yeah.
But that's my point. So this man was president for 4 years, fucking 8 years ago, technically. Well, a little more than 8.
Yeah.
When he started. He's now in his second term.
10 years ago, yeah, 16.
Yeah. He's now in his second term. He doesn't look all that different because when you put him on camera, he's a fucking reality TV star. They just put a shit ton of makeup on him and push him out into the world.
But even the makeup anymore.
The makeup is horrible. I don't know who's doing it, but it's always been horrible, which is saying something that now it's worse. But, like, the people around him. Carolyn Levitt is like 27. That girl looks as old as my mother.
What is it? What do they call it? Mar-a-Lago face?
Well, Mar-a-Lago face is when you get the surgery. When you look like you're a fucking clown in a horror movie with your huge lips and your face looks like a fucking paperclip is holding you together back here. That's Mar-a-Lago face.
Okay.
So you look horrible, but in a surgical way.
Where you're trying to look younger, but...
You look horrible in a surgical way.
Yeah.
Carolyn Levitt looks fucking haggard. And, like, this is very rude. I'm not trying to, like, shame people.
Right.
But in this case, I am. Because the people around him are living proof that being involved with him in any way and being involved with fascism and this, like, aggressive capitalism bullshit is hard on your body. Because she...
Well, it's also hard on you mentally.
Like I said, she's like 27. You couldn't convince me she's not in her 40s. Like... In her late 40s. That's how bad she looks. There's so many clips floating around now of people sitting with him in meetings. I think Stephen Miller, who's an absolute monster. I keep calling him... What do I call him in the comments? I've changed it from Wish to Timu, whatever. I bounce back around. I call him, like, Timu Lex Luthor. He's the bald guy. And everything he says is, like, the most hateful shit anybody could ever say when he's on camera. There's clips of him at a press conference, and Trump's talking, and you see him in the background, like... And I'm like, everyone around him is like, I'm so tired of you.
Yeah.
They're all thinking, like, I'm glad I'm here because I'm getting to do the horrible shit I want to do, like Pete Hegseth.
Right.
They're all thinking, like, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be in this position of power so I can just be a total monster to everyone that I don't like. But I'm real tired of your stupid ass. And then he's doing interviews where the audacity to talk about Gavin Newsom being mentally incapable of being president because he's dyslexic. Meanwhile, this guy's just word salading all over the place.
We're confident that he can't read.
In one sentence, it's, oh, the war is over. And the next sentence, it's, well, what about this? Well, we're still in the good fight. So
What?
is it over, or are we in the good fight? Mm-hmm. Or like, oh, well, if the war's over, well, I didn't say that. You did. Like, and it's just, it was so funny to me. I pointed it out a lot. On the campaign, they were all on the same page. Here's the bullshit. We're all going to stick to the same bullshit.
No, now they're like, wait,
And
I
then-
don't know
no.
what's happening.
Then he gets into office. And the beginnings are like, here's the bullshit. We're all on the same bullshit. And then good old Dementia Don starts to fucking deviate from the plan and say whatever he wants. And then everybody else is still on this narrative. And then the press is like, well, he just said this. And there's kind of a tape delay. And then they're like, well, this. Like, it went off the rails so fast of every single person giving a different line of bullshit. And I get it. That's probably also part of the plan, because it's that whole thing of like, if we make everything unbelievable, then everything is believable.
Well, and we don't need to distract them if they don't know what they're supposed to be looking at.
And it's all, like I said, it's that. There is no distraction because you don't know what's happening.
Right, there's no more like, look over here so I can do this.
And it's also, if we keep
here.
telling you enough shit that in your mind you're like, no way. But then it's actually true, then everything we do, while it is technically unbelievable, it's very believable. Mm-hmm. It's why like so many conspiracies are now like true. Like conspiracies went from wild things that could never happen to now they're just true facts.
Yes.
Like the whole thing with the Epstein files, when that started, it was all the same thing. And then all of a sudden he's doing interviews and he's like, I never met that man before in my life. I don't know him. I've never met him before. We've never been in the same state together, much less the same room. And then people were like, there's pictures of you together. Well, we didn't do business. Yeah, that's AI. You're fake news. That's fake news. That's not my signature. I didn't write him a letter for his birthday.
It's like you weren't in the same state together. You were both New
And
York
the
City
laughability of like, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, and there's JD Vance, there's good old Jimmy Vance on the news. Like, if we have to make up stories to get people to look at us, then that's what we're gonna do. And these people were still elected into office, and I'm like, what's happening?
No one's eating dogs and cats. Well,
No one was, and they admitted it on TV. I mean,
maybe people are, but like the people you said they're not.
A,
Is it happening somewhere? Maybe.
It is more than likely not happening in America. B, if it is, it's happening the way it happens in foreign countries, where that animal is dead. It's not Haitian people going to people's homes in Ohio and stealing their pets and cooking them and eating them.
No, I mean, if it's happening out of desperation. It's not happening because, like, that's their usual form of sustenance.
That's also the whole thing of, there was a post the other day about someone with voting, and someone commented, like, this is why I don't think voting really matters. And of course, all these people were commenting, like, this is the problem, and this is how democracy falls, because people start to blah, 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 blah. And I replied, and I was like, I've been saying this the past couple of elections.
I think democracy has already fallen.
Preach. Someone called Gerard Butler, democracy has fallen. But I've said this the past couple elections. Because it's the whole, even if you take away the corruption and all the, like, money and everything else, there is a lot of times throughout history, and I've said this for years, there are a lot of times throughout our country's history where we have this, we have the popular vote and we have the absolute horseshit electoral college. Mm-hmm. And there are many times where someone has won the popular vote and lost the electoral college.
Yeah.
Donald Trump has never won the popular vote. He may have won this past time around, but I don't really believe this election period. Between fucking Elon Musk paying people to vote, and all the high tech industry people that are involved with Trump who also run your fucking digital voting machines, Like,
well, and there was a lot
I hate to say
it was also really
4 years
low.
of Biden and listening to this asshole for 4 years go like, well, I never lost the election. This election was rigged, blah, blah, blah. To then the second he gets in office, also kind of sing that same tune. But I'm like, there's a lot more evidence in this case pointing to the fact that something screwy fucking happened here.
And even if you were to...
Oh, yeah, there was
even
also...
if nothing happened with the voter machines or whatever.
Yeah.
It was also super low voter turnout. Yeah. And I think there was
the other thing of, like, there was a ton of fucking morons who either A, well, I don't know Kamala Harris well enough. Bitch, you fucking know Donald Trump well enough. Like, what are you doing? Right. Or it was the whole, like,
they don't have to know me. They don't like her. That's all they needed.
Or it was the whole, like, well, they didn't...
They don't have to know me. They don't like him.
Is
how it should have gone.
In more cases than not, they didn't vote for him then. They just didn't vote.
Right.
Or they voted Green Party, which, like, I also hate that America is a two-party system, but it is what it is. You voting Green Party doesn't do shit. No. You doing a write-in vote doesn't do shit.
No, it helped.
And it's the same thing with, and, like, I get it. I don't have a stance on this because I don't know enough about it. But it really grinds my gears, the amount of people that were like, well, I can't bring myself to vote for Kamala Harris because of her stance on Israel and Palestine. And then there were people, okay, you didn't vote for that. You didn't vote for anyone based on that? Sure. You're fucking dumb, but sure.
So you voted for Donald Trump.
Or there are people who voted for Donald Trump because, his stance on it was better. Well, where are we at now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should have listened to the people that tried to tell you the fucking truth of what was going to happen in that case. Or maybe you should listen to people like me who hold the... Maybe it's conservative, maybe it's progressive, I don't know. I hold the stance of, if you're voting in your election for your country, don't base your vote on shit that's happening in a different country.
Well, that was their whole thing.
Our elected officials should have nothing to do with.
Well, they were...
All we do is
complain. I think the MAGA thing was like, America first, even though
that was their whole thing.
That's not...
America first. And they got elected, and they've done nothing for America first.
It's been America last.
It's been billionaires first, and America last.
But I think a lot of women didn't vote last time.
It's been the Trump vanity project of how many things can I put my name on, and how many countries can I take over in the name of America.
Well, so far none.
Well, he's counting Venezuela as ours. He's going to count Gaza as ours. He's going to count Iran as ours. I love how we've just given up on Greenland, I guess.
Because Greenland was like, fuck off. You know that we're just
Greenland wasn't getting him anywhere. He needed to go to war with somebody, and Greenland wasn't that target.
Because Greenland's like, we don't
So it's care. Like, you know what we can do? Something that America is a proud tradition of doing, invading the Middle East. And blaming it on nuclear bombs that we said a year ago they don't have, and they're nowhere near having them. But then our big excuse is like, they're very close. And then people were like, your FBI and CIA websites said like they're not. You destroyed their nuclear thing with like you bombed them a year ago and blew all that shit away or whatever. But now here you are a year later, like, they're super close. They're super close, guys.
So who fucked up? Either we didn't actually bomb it, or...
Well, that's the line of shit from the White House. The line of shit from Pete Hegseth and your Mitch McConnells are, this is a holy war. Because the religion they do in Iran is not the religion that we do here in America. So how dare you do what you're doing over there? And it's hilarious that they don't hear the stupidity that everyone else is hearing when you're talking about like, here's all these bad things they do in Iran. And it's like, yo, motherfucker, you're doing the same shit here.
It's worse here.
Like, they treat women so badly and they do this and they do that. And it's like,
you just took away my right to vote.
It's like, we do that here. You're trying to do more things here. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm so done. I'm so done hearing politicians, and it's gotten so much worse since this war in Iran has started. I'm so done with all these politicians going on and on about, oh, well, God this and my church this and my Bible this and all my religious views, and that's why I'm in support of this war 100% because my religious views are different than their religious views, and that makes their religious views wrong. And I'm like, yo, motherfucker, you're an elected official in the United States of America. Separation of church and state.
But
if you're
also,
making
you
decisions,
came here because you didn't like your country's religion, so why don't you fuck off?
Well, they didn't come here; they fucking been here. But my point is,
but that's why we came here, is because, so why don't you leave them over there and we'll stay over here.
But my whole point is,
let them do what they want to do.
The second, we need to start being more severe with everything. The second you start making speeches or decisions based on your religion, see ya, you're fucking out of here. I've had enough. Tax fucking churches, I'm over this shit.
And I don't understand, like, what are you so scared
There's
of?
no reason you should be tax exempt. Fuck off.
Iran is Muslim. Iran is Muslim, correct?
Probably mostly. I'm sure there's some, but mostly, yes.
And that's their problem?
Who the fuck knows? I guess that's what their problem is. There's also some bullshit. There's also some bullshit about having to bomb that to bring on the whatever to allow the second coming of Jesus. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
That's not how that works. If you read Revelations, all that shit already happened. So stop that.
I'm so done with it.
What do you want to bring that on for? I don't what do you think is going to happen?
Because they're in this delusion that they're all so holier than thou. And I'm like, everyone is telling you.
Don't they all believe in the rapture? You're still here because you're a piece of shit.
Everyone is telling you. I am an atheist. And I'm telling all of you, God fucking hates you. Jesus fucking hates you.
Very disappointed.
Everything you do, yeah. Two men who canonically cannot hate fucking despise you.
Yeah, they can't hate. But they are very disappointed.
What you do is the opposite of everything they do and told people to do. But then you're just nitpicking your little sentences out of the Bible and going like, oh, well, look, Jesus hated immigrants. And it's like, motherfucker, Jesus was brown. Shut up.
Also, he was an immigrant.
It's just...
Did you ever read that story? Or do you ever...
He didn't like immigrants or gays or women. He liked big, burly, strong men. He wasn't gay at all because all we care about is big, strong men with big, oily muscles, and that's not gay. They definitely weren't that.
They were definitely scrawny. And I think Jesus liked women a lot.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We're going to start fresh on the other side of this break. The first half of this episode may be the angriest episode I've ever done. I got real unhinged there for a second.
It's too political.
Oh, God. My head hurts now. But anyways, back to what we were saying. There was... I will end with this. There was a very recent thing. When this episode comes out, it's a little old. Very funny, though. We talk a lot about, like, bullshit lies in politics in the Trump administration and denial of things like aging or shoe size in terms of Marco Rubio. CPAC just happened. That real conservative something action, whatever it's called, whatever the acronym stands for. The MyPillow guy is there. Speaking.
Oh my God.
If you haven't, side note, if you haven't seen the video of him... I don't want to
hear about this again.
If you haven't seen the video of him being served, you should watch it. It's very funny.
It's very awkward.
Everything he does is awkward. Have you seen the video of him during the election arguing with a child? He's at a Trump rally and some kid's like, hey man, you're an asshole. And he starts yelling at this kid and people are like, that kid's like 12 years old. Yeah. What are you doing? But look up the video of him getting served on TV. It's incredible.
What's he being served with? Divorce papers?
Oh, no, probably some lawsuit. Because was he the one? No, Fox did. Did he also? He might have also gotten sued for the whole thing with the voting machines and saying like, oh, they were rigged, and then the voting machine company won.
But I would think that's over because that would have been.
No, but I mean like he's He's like Alex Jones, where he just goes out and says dumb, nonsensical shit, and then people are like, you can't say that, dude. You've been served. Like, sorry. I don't care what your pillows are. Like, get out of here, you old meth head. But, I'm really amazed he wasn't given a cabinet position. But anyways. He's there. That guy that I talked about a couple weeks ago that's running for office in Texas... That's on some podcast. He's like, oh, here's my, like, showing pictures on his phone. Like, oh, here's my copy of Mein Kampf.
Oh,
right next to, and people were like, what? He's there. But Mike Lindell gets done speaking. Okay. Mike Lindell gets done speaking.
What did you think that was?
I couldn't tell what this was, and I'm like, oh, it's that. Mike Lindell gets done speaking. They bring up whoever this guy is. I don't know who he is. Gets to the microphone. And he just goes, who here wants to see, or like, who here wants to start something? I forget how it's worded, but it's like, who here wants to see impeachment proceedings? And it's not the whole room, but there's a lot who go like, woo! And he's like, no. And like you hear the people on stage kind of like chuckle, and he's like, that was the wrong answer. Let's try that again.
Oh my God!
Who here wants to see impeachment proceedings?
Does it get louder?
And you still know that it's maybe, it sounds like it could be like one or two, but you hear like a smattering of like boo, but you hear a lot. You hear at least a couple still like woo, and then he's like nope. And he's joking like, oh, can we get some coffee in here for these people? And like everybody on stage is like, ha ha ha. And I'm just like, this is incredible. And my immediate thought was everyone on stage. I'm like, this administration has shown me a lot of things that I've never seen in my life. This is the example of I've never seen denial in such a state as I did on that stage. I just love that they all were like, yeah. And he's like, nope. Like immediately. He doesn't smile. His face is stone face. He's like, no.
Like, what
that was the wrong answer.
How does it feel? Like, you...
What's worse? Why would you follow up? Like, just leave it and move on.
How does it... You're in a room of people that you think just
God.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, who here wants to see impeachment proceedings? You think everyone's going to be like, boo? And everyone's like, yeah. And you're like, what?
Then a majority of the room was like, woo, yeah, fuck that guy.
And you're like, what?
Nope. Wrong answer.
That's wild.
But I think that's it for more like Trumpian politics.
That's good. I've had enough.
The last political thing I have, I want.
Oh my God!
It's not Trump though. It's more localized, and it's not really political. It's a tax thing, and I want your take on this.
Oh, okay.
In Florida.
That's not local.
Well, localized to a state. I meant not like I said localized, not local to us, but localized and like it's not a national thing.
Okay.
In Florida, there is a man running for office. He is proposing a 50% tax on OnlyFans.
Oh!
His quote is, "We don't want our women in Florida to feel like the only way they can make a living is by selling nude images of themselves to complete strangers." That's his justification for wanting to charge a 50% tax on OnlyFans.
So, no one in the state of Florida is going to use it, and those women are going to lose all their income. Because those women don't feel like that's the only way they can make money. They just know that's the way they can make the most money. Because pervs on the internet are going to pay for it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not a big proponent of these kind of things, but also, like...
What's weird to me, though, is I'm pretty sure Florida is one of those states where, like, you can't access porn sites.
Oh, under 18?
Well, there's a couple that are under 18. There's a couple that you can't access them at all.
Then you wouldn't
be 21.
But now,
you have to log in and make an account. Texas is one of them. Tennessee is one of them.
The only other thing
there's a more northern one. I think Virginia might be one of them.
Like, OnlyFans is... It's essentially like a Facebook for adult content. Like, you show what you want to show.
Well, it's sex work.
Yes.
This is like charging a 50% tax on prostitutes. Like,
but you don't have to. It's just putting certain things behind a paywall. She could be clothed. She could be wearing a bathing suit.
yeah. Well, there is a lot more.
Because is it images or it's videos or both? Or?
It could be both. There's also a lot of content on OnlyFans that is not porn related at all. There's a lot of comedy on OnlyFans.
Right, like it's just putting things behind a paywall.
So it is the question too of like, well, everything is behind a paywall already.
But like it's so I have
You're just adding on to the cost.
I have an Instagram where I show, like I have assets people want to see, and I have some things on Instagram that no, I don't. I have some pictures on Instagram or whatever, but then I've put everything else behind a paywall on OnlyFans where you can see more pictures, more video, whatever.
Yeah.
But so like that's what I mean when like you've put some things behind a paywall so that like you're making money off of that, because you're not really making money if you put those pictures on Instagram or whatever. Or like you have brand deals or whatever, but like, because don't a lot of like wrestlers also have OnlyFans? Like it.
Yes.
So it's just a way
in the non-professional sense.
It's essentially, what's the other one? It starts with a P. Where like a lot of podcasters put their stuff behind that.
Patreon?
Patreon.
Yes.
It's essentially that. It's just adult content.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure you can put adult content on Patreon.
Right, but like OnlyFans was essentially like its whole point was. So I think what I understand what this guy's trying to say, where he's like, we don't want people to feel like that's their only option.
Number one.
But then you need to raise your minimum wage.
Correct.
If don't tax where they're getting their money. Make it so that they can make money somewhere else.
Yes, my initial thought was your whole take of like.
Because I also don't think
also to word your shit is like, we don't want our women here in Florida. We don't want our women here in Florida to feel like the only way they can make money is to sell nude images of themselves to strangers on the internet. Number one, that's the thing about your job economy if women do feel that way.
But they don't.
I'm not saying they do.
They
but if in your mind you think women in Florida are like, well, the only way I can make ends meet is to put my body on the internet, that's saying something about your job economy.
I don't think that's
maybe no.
It's not the state of Florida.
No,
it's everywhere.
But you should be addressing your job economy then, and not this. Number one. Number two, there are male creators on OnlyFans. You're not addressing OnlyFans as a whole.
Right.
You're not addressing the comedy on OnlyFans. You're not addressing anything but the porn that women put on OnlyFans. So this is again you trying to like control what women do on the internet and in their lives.
And you wording it under the veil of protecting them from sleazeballs on the internet who could
everything that the government people do to try to
it's always a spin.
Control women is worded in a way of like, oh, we're protecting you. Even if we're protecting you from yourselves.
But does OnlyFans like have a reputation of people like in particular females? I post my things on OnlyFans. Like, do those people tend to like have stalkers or like?
I'm sure it's not unheard of, but I haven't.
No, more or less than any other.
I think it's not really any. I think it's kind of in line with everything else.
It's not as if or like. Are they getting a lot of like sleazy people commenting?
I think too.
No different from Instagram, I guess.
I think too. From my understanding, because I don't know. Like I'm not on OnlyFans. I don't follow it on OnlyFans, but like I follow. There are wrestlers that I follow that have it.
Yeah, I know a lot.
There are content creators that I follow for other purposes that also have OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So the stuff, from my understanding. I think, too, in most cases, you're a lot more in control of it.
Right.
So you have the ability to kind of cut down more on the stalkers because you have the ability to really hide where you are and stuff like that. So you can't see in my content like, oh, well, you live here because there's this and I found it on Google Maps or whatever. I know where that is. Like,
And you can control how much or how little you show, too. So, like, you know, if you're an escort or a porn star or whatever, you can show all that if that's what you're comfortable showing. Or maybe you're just a bathing suit model and you show more behind the scenes style stuff, whatever. But like what you're actually doing is taking money away from those women because you're going to put that 50% tax on. People are going to stop using it and those women aren't going to make money. So now they got to get
or they're going to move out of state.
Minimum wage job, correct.
Yeah.
You're going after the wrong thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going after the wrong thing because your ultimate goal is to just control women more.
Well, and it's just this like purity nonsense of like
it's also the puritanical bullshit, but it's more the control of women.
Well, that's what purity culture is.
Yes, but like I said, it's also the whole thing of like there's a lot other content on OnlyFans besides women, but we're only addressing.
Why not go after other avenues? Like I feel like OnlyFans is the least of your concern. There's a lot of strip clubs in the state of Florida.
Well, I think too. It also speaks to like I said.
They serve alcohol, and they can tax that.
It also speaks to like I said. OnlyFans creators, in most cases, have a lot more control over their stuff. So there is no higher up entity to grease the wheels of the state of Florida government and like quid pro quo people. So it's harder for us to go after individual creators when we could just go after the whole thing.
I also think your users are going to have a problem with that.
Oh, yeah. It's a slippery slope of you have creators now leaving. You have people...
The creators wouldn't have to leave, but like the people who use it would.
No, but it could still push you to move out of the state of Florida.
I guess, yeah, because...
And then your users in Florida...
It could also affect what...
Start canceling their subscriptions.
What happens if I'm in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
But I have a big supporter base in Florida.
Yeah.
And now I lose all them.
Or if I follow someone in Florida. I'm subscribed to a girl in Florida or a guy in Florida. Because they're...
How would that work?
Exactly. There's a lot of questions to it. If I'm in Pennsylvania...
It would only affect the users in the state of Florida.
Yeah. I don't know. But then you've got either...
How do you tax a website?
Either those people...
Subscriptions for just that state.
Either those people
I guess, yeah.
Either those people are moving, or you've got a large influx of people in Florida canceling their subscriptions. So now you get then into the territory of OnlyFans going like, you know what? Our website isn't available in Florida anymore.
Right.
You just can't access it in Florida. Mm-hmm. So then there again, it becomes the conversation of like, do you have creators leaving the state because they won't allow you to upload from Florida or whatever? Mm-hmm. Like, it's just dumb.
Right, because I guess when you have a subscription, there are like local and state taxes and fees or whatever.
Our final story here. This is another one that I think is a bit comical, a bit understandable. Something I also want your take on. We don't do a lot of travel in this sense. But United Airlines...
Oh, yeah, we don't do any air travel.
...is planning new economy seats that can turn into a couch so passengers can lie down on long flights. The setup uses 3 seats that fold into a flat space, and it will come with pillows, blankets, and a mattress pad. The new, quote-unquote, relax row will start in 2027 on some large planes and expand over time. I
have to buy all 3 seats?
It is meant to give economy passengers more comfort, especially for families, couples, and long trips. So United Airlines put out the entire row is all yours. Welcome to United Relax Row, 3 adjacent United Economy seats with adjustable leg rests that can each be raised or lowered to create a cozy lie-flat space for stretching out. You'll also get a mattress pad, blanket, and 2 pillows. If you're traveling with kids, a plushie too. United Relax.
Fuck, my kids have their own. I don't want your poop-covered stuffed animal for my kid.
United Relax Row will be available starting next year on more than 200 of our 787s and 777s, each with up to 12 of these brand new rows. And there's some nice pictures. There's a family. There's a couple. There's people with 6 of these seats. That woman looks like Sofia Vergara. Here's a lady and 2 kids playing on the touchscreens. There's a lady sleeping.
I like how everyone has their seatbelt on still.
Yeah, the seatbelt that goes all the way across.
Okay. More surfaces for poop to be on. All right.
A lot of people are commenting.
You have to buy all 3 seats, yeah?
So, oh my God. Joe Sasto, a really funny chef that I follow. Why are all the ads for this showing the kids without a dad?
Because you know where the dad is? In a different row.
And
apparently that's the thing when you travel by air. The dad somehow, by the grace of the airline
this
gods,
guy
gets
commented. This guy
away.
commented, "Dad is sitting in another row," to which he replied, "Probably up in first class."
No, they're usually just...
Someone
just
said,
over somewhere.
"Do I have to pay the price of 3 seats?"
You have... Yes.
And there's nothing answering that question. But...
It might be a little cheaper.
This person said, basically, they're slowly pricing out everyone who can only afford economy tickets. But there's a lot of people commenting, like, there's lots of airlines that already do this.
What?
This is why I fly United. Where was it? Oh my God, I can't find it now. Air New Zealand does this. It's genius, but it's not for everyone. If you're tall, this is definitely not going to work for you since your feet are going to hang over. Also, this is honestly made for one average-size adult and or possibly an adult with one small child. You have to pay for round-trip flight price and an additional $500 to $1,000 each way on top of your flight. At least this is how Air New Zealand was when I used it. Air New Zealand, partner airlines, has been doing this for years. No surprise, United is a decade behind.
I don't...
That'll be $1,800 round trip on a domestic route.
Jesus.
Well, it's someone. They put the laughing emoji.
Just get the house on Amtrak. That's my dream.
But God forbid my purse not pushed all the way under the chair in front of me.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you just make enough room?
People be farting on those seats, by the way.
They're doing more than farting. People be farting and pooping and barfing everywhere.
Oh
There's just poop particles on everything that's ever been on an airline. There's just shit on it.
Yeah.
Did they give you a blanket?
There's lots of questions about buying the 3 seats. There's a lot of questions about, like, I want to know about the sanitation on those mattresses.
Natasha, this is no.
Natasha Bedingfield, game changer.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just your own little poop couch.
Not really. They just took Air New Zealand's Sky Couch idea. I'm sure you can afford it, Natasha. Hashtag one hit wonder. Someone commented.
Oh my God.
Putting your face.
Her song was on the hills, all right?
Putting your face where people fart the whole flight. The seats they don't clean. The ones people puke and drool and sneeze on.
See?
Natasha Bedingfield. So they paid you. Is what's
1,000%.
All the passengers who want this, are they going to spend your money? Not seeing that many that want this. Sorry. It's just a way for them to get you to pay for an additional middle seat. It's marketing disguised as comfort and convenience, but you do you, boo. Have at it. Someone commented, the rest is still unwritten.
I don't know that I want to lay down on an airplane.
Do you get the mattress pad if you just happen to end up with an empty row, or will that be $456.99?
Yeah.
Anyone with common sense know it isn't the price of a single seat. You're going to have to buy all 3.
Yeah. It could be a little less than all 3.
Well, I'm sure they're going to give you some, like, you're buying 3 for the price of 2 bullshit or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, well.
I'm not a good flyer.
No, that's right. Like, I saw it, and I'm like, it's interesting enough to talk about, but we don't fly
But
enough
I'm trying to think, like,
to have a hard stance on, like...
When we flew to Hawaii, it
Yes.
was, what, a 12-hour flight-ish?
Yes.
That was my longest.
Yes. I would pay for those.
Non-stop. Would you?
Yeah. That flight was fucking brutal.
That was pre-COVID. So maybe I wasn't as...
Brutal flight.
Also, here's my problem. I understand that the airplane seat is not made for the average size human being.
Yeah.
I have no problem. My feet are... My legs aren't hitting the seat in front of me.
I'm not terribly... Like, when I flew to Texas, I wasn't that uncomfortable.
But a
12-hour flight to Hawaii, I'm like, ugh.
But here's the thing. Would you have wanted to lay on this weird air couch with two adults?
Yeah.
Do you think you could lay down like
Number
that?
one, I can lay and fall asleep.
Did I sleep on that flight?
Yes.
No.
On the way home, I think we did.
No, because that drunk guy, remember?
But anyways.
With his pineapple.
I can fall asleep and lay anywhere. Always have been able to. Always will be able to. Don't know why. I just don't know why. I just can. To answer your second question, yes, I would lay anywhere with you.
No, but I mean, like, do you think it would be comfortable and two people would fit? That's disgusting. I'm not having sex on an airplane.
I didn't say we were. A lot of the comments were saying they are, but...
That's a felony.
A lot of the comments were like, so, airplane and chill?
It's a sex cab.
The one guy was like, so when I see a hot girl on the plane, I'm just going to be like, so, you want to lay down?
I just don't...
Because everyone's like, you know people are fucking on these...
Why didn't we just take pills when we flew? Oh, it was daytime.
That was the...
It was daytime because it was weird because you fly funny.
That would have been technically the
6
fourth
hours.
time I was on a plane. No, technically fifth. Because we flew...
We flew to Florida.
Oh, no. Yeah, we did.
Twice.
So my seventh. Because I flew to and from Florida once when I was like 5. I flew to and from Vermont. And then we flew to and from Florida. Before then, I think it was just once.
Maybe. Yeah, probably.
Because the race was after that.
You and I flew once by ourselves, and we flew with Jake and Carrie one time. We flew down with them, and they flew home separately.
I think that was also after that.
It could have been, yeah.
I think that was after that. Because we flew down once, then we got married.
No! Yeah, and then we flew for...
Then we flew to Hawaii, then we flew to the marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we've never flown again.
No. Because we had
Well,
kids.
you did. I don't like to fly, so I don't want to.
Oh, yeah, I flew to Texas.
I
don't mind it. I'm not going to an airport now, but...
No, yeah. Right now, no.
Even when I flew to Texas, I'm like, I don't want to be here.
I'm
hearing nothing but horror stories about every airline ever.
I don't hate it enough where, like, I wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't like it.
So I talked about, like, my bucket list Phillies jersey is a, Utley jersey. One time in my life, I want to fly first class somewhere.
I did.
I never have.
But not...
And I know it will not live up to the expectations I have in my head.
It would if you fly international.
Because what they do in movies is not at all what you're getting in real life.
Yeah, it is.
Like, just one time I want to fly first class somewhere.
When I came home from Haiti...
I would love to travel internationally. I'd love to go to London.
We flew to North Carolina. And when we got to North Carolina, we got delayed for an obscene amount of time because of a tornado. And then at some point they told us we are taking off, but it's bad weather from North Carolina to Philadelphia. So I took myself to the front of the line and I said I'd like to upgrade to first class. Mm-hmm. And I drank myself into sleep. But a domestic flight, it's not that great. It was like $100 upgrade, and it The only difference was they brought you, like, your little towel, and they brought actual snacks around where it was, like, bags of chips and Cheez-Its or whatever, and they had, you could have alcohol, no charge. And when I got on the plane, I was like, I will have whatever beer you have right there. Now. I need it now.
Yeah.
We're not going to make it home.
Yeah.
I need it now. And he's like, it's warm. I'm like, I don't care. I need it now. I'm up here because I'm confident that I'm going to start crying. I don't want to be on this airplane at all. The man in the front has already come on the thingy and said it's going to be a rough ride.
Yeah.
I've called everyone I know and told them we're going down.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's also like midnight. We got to Philadelphia. It was awful.
I bet.
So late. And we did make it, and it was a bumpy ride. But I think it's the international flight where you get your bed and your slippers and your robe and stuff.
Yeah.
Domestic.
No.
It was only like
You're not going long enough.
North Carolina was probably
Maybe
what?
if you flew to Hawaii. Maybe.
It was probably, what, a 2-hour flight, if
Yeah.
that? Because it's only 3 hours to Florida.
Yeah.
But that...
Fly me to California the long way.
Now... Well, and what's fun is when you fly international, once you're, like, up in the air and you get into international airspace or whatever, the drinking age is 18.
Real fun for me.
Well, I went to Germany.
Yeah.
And they bring you your dinner, and then she was like, Bailey's or cognac. They literally brought out, like, would you like your dessert liquor? And we were like, what? So we're all just in the plane taking shots of cognac. We're like, because no one could tell us not to, even though we weren't 21. But the drinking age is 18.
Yeah.
But we were in economy, so it's just like a bunch of us stuffed together.
Well, thank you for joining us once again on the Friends You Can Keep podcast. Again, apologies for the beginning half of this episode. Got a little testy.
Brad's gonna go take his blood pressure medicine.
Hope we really brought the calmness back to your life in this in the second half here. Brought the comedy back. I mean, there was some funny stuff in the first half, but yeah. Follow us on social media at The Friends You Keep. Like, comment, share, subscribe, rate, review, all that fun stuff. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, turn on automatic downloads. I think they're still the only two that do that.
I don't even know where else you can listen.
So there's a ton of them. But if you're on there, Apple or Spotify, turn on automatic downloads. I know it's a pain in the ass to hear people say this all the time, that whole spiel, but it really helps us out a lot. Yeah. We will see you and talk to you next week. We love you, and as always, thank you for being a friend.